Hear ye, by royal decree I bring thee Lego set creator, yes, the creator series. Apologies, for sometimes the helmet can cause one to breathe in rust. I'm kidding. I don't think there's rust in this. I've checked. But this would be set number 31120, the medieval castle of the creator series. And of this 3-in-1, I bought 2 of the sets, so that way I could have a slightly larger castle than as if I were to review just one set. Now, as you can see, I can barely fit most of this on the table. Yeah, let's take this mask off so I'm not yelling. And let's talk further about this. I'm gonna just hold it forward just so you can see the front. So this set is for ages 9 and up, and with each set you get 3 figures. So I got these fellas right down here. I got 6 because I got 2 of the set. But yeah, keep looking at that box. Keep looking at it.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
But yeah, basically you get to see the main castle build, and then idea of what the castle looks like. But see, if I had that helmet on, I wouldn't have been able to see where that went. Then you take a look at the back here, and you get to see more of what the other castle features are, and what the main castle build entails. So just some more things to look at before you buy, But the box is really just truly beautiful, and it shows you like some details about what's in the castle. I mean, I'm going to show you what they are, but yeah, let's talk about the set. So first, we're probably going to start over here with these guys, like the not castle but castle features, and then we're going to finish this with the castle. Here we got our Knights of the Black Falcon Order. And then we have some villagers. And yes, I did take some liberties and swap out some parts. Like, for example, the male villager's hair. I gave him a different piece, so that way it wouldn't look the same as the female villager's hair piece. But then if you look at our knights, we get 2 archers. And I mean, honestly, with the trebuchet, it says that you're supposed to have 2 that are unarmed, but I find that to be silly, because what if you get ran up on, you're going to need weapons. So I gave the 2 that are running the trebuchet weapons, and yeah, I feel like that makes sense. And so I also decided to do 2 archers, because archers are honestly all that made a medieval army the most powerful, Like England with its longbow archers can't top that, So yeah, you definitely need your archers in the medieval army. So then we go down to the trebuchet, which is actually truly a miraculous work. Because I mean, look at this. You wind it up and release. Now, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Probably not. No, I gotta do this one-handed. Nope. Okay. I can't do this one-handed. I was close. I was close. My hands are just so tiny. Next thing I'd like to talk about is these little brick-built birdies. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is Black Falcon, which, befitting, is perched atop the castle, actually, right here. But, oops, I messed up its wing. But the build techniques for it are very nice, and it freaking looks like just a perched birdie, you know? So it looks perfect, you know? How a bird should look. So then over here we have our chickens. It's the only thing I can imagine these are is chickens. That's a nice cock if you ask me.
Whoa, nice cock.
But they actually reside over this way in front of the target. But I'm not going to put them there because then they'd be in the line of fire. But yeah, you get a rooster and 2 hens for breeding purposes.
Submissive and breedable.
Then this is supposed to go inside the castle, but I wanted it out because it's a frog. So it's a well, and you can kind of like steer it so that way you can quote unquote pull it up. But yeah, it's got like a little thing of water, so it's like a functioning well, as functioning as a toy can get, I guess. Now let's talk about the dragon, or as it should actually be referred to as a wyvern. Now the difference between a dragon and a wyvern is that a dragon would have another set of legs. That's really all the difference. But this is a nice build. I like that, like, it's a sizable dragon. It's a sizable wyvern. I mean, look at it compared to the other ones, to the other guys. I mean, that's terrifyingly tall. So, I mean, if you ask me, they did a good job designing this, and it's appropriately sized, because I feel like a dragon that would have been too big would have pulled away from the castle, which is the main build here. The castle is the main build, not the dragon. Although it's a nice build, and I think it's accurately sized, it's beautiful. Beautiful little guy. So we're going to first look at the exterior of the castle, and then we're going to see what's going on in here. I'm pretty sure you can tell what's going on, but you will see. So starting over here, we have our very tall tower that has a double flag at the top and a special banner with a gold bar across. Then here we have a telescope for what would probably be the wizard's area, I think, because that's 100% just like a wizard's potion shop section of the tower. This is totally like a wizard's tower. But the doors open like such. But you kind of gotta close them together if you want them to close, which is the thing that kind of sucks. But then you get these little dragon details right here on the side, which I thought was a very neat detail, especially since, you know, there's a dragon that's included in the set. But you got some stairs that go up to here. So got a little river moat sort of thing, hence why there is a functioning drawbridge. And since we're under attack by a dragon, let's pull that up. Don't need any other business happening. Fix the shield. Goodness. But yeah, that is our functioning drawbridge pulled up. So now no one can get across the moat. Haha. But one detail I really like about the set is the arrow slits here. So in that way, in case if you have a larger medieval army, you can really stock this up with a bunch of archers and, load this out, make it a formidable place for someone to try to take from you. But this is another feature I find to be really cool, is a working water wheel. If you listen closely, you can hear something, and I'll show you when we're talking about the interior of the place. But I love these little, yellow portions. But yeah, get a working water mill wheel, which I find to be really cool. And then we get the other tower portion here, which I just disconnected, so that way it's easier to do stuff. We'll talk about it, but you get another arrow slit in here, which is adding to the defense. But then, I want to talk about this as a segue into the interior. So then this guy here is a way into this dungeon where our poor little skelly boy has met his end. It's unfortunately too late for him. The Black Falcons are great at keeping prisoners until they no longer are prisoners. But then we head over to this side as well. Then we start to open the other dungeon. Yes, on this huge tower we have another dungeon. So you get 2 dungeons if you get 2 sets. And I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a third dungeon if you get 3 of the set. I'm not 100% certain about that though, so do not quote me on that. So now, let's talk about what's going on in here. Starting on the interior of the large tower, we have a mostly empty room that I would imagine would just be for observing if the enemy was close, because there's not exactly many arrows getting through that. I'd imagine that's supposed to be like a glass pane window sort of deal. But then we head down here, and this is what I mean by the wizard room. This is 100% a wizard's room. Like, studying the stars, reading texts, and those are supposed to, I'm pretty sure those gems are supposed to symbolize a potion of sorts, like a potion bottle. It's just very much there. And this is the reason why Mama Dragon is upset. Yes, the wyvern is a mother, and this is her baby that was taken from her. Why the Black Falcons did this? I have no idea. Maybe they just wanted a wyvern to match their dragon design on the tower. But this is why I 100% believe this is like a wizard's tower. Because there's a dragon in it, a wyvern in it, a wizard's office. It's 100% a wizard's tower. And then it's got a dungeon, which is our biggest dungeon, too. It's huge down there. A lot of space for prisoners, for POWs. Then we head up here, we see our archers at the top of the towers, concerned about the wyvern, who should be concerned because her baby's locked away. You should be upset with yourself. You should be appalled. But Mama Wyvern sitting atop of our royal keep. So yeah, that's our throne room for this. It's not much, but it's a throne room. And I did switch out the fire piece because, well, I felt like that little flame was kind of weak for a dragon, and I think you can all agree with that. So I switched it out for the big flame piece, and it's about to cook this night to a nice tin crisp. Then we head in here, and you can actually then, since this is new, it's not going to work, but sometimes, once the set has enough wear on it, I believe, this will just drop once you do that, but yeah. That's how you then open up the drawbridge, because that's our lock, so that prevents it from... Yeah, that's me trying to do it. I'm not trying to break it, so I'm going to stop. And these rooms are mostly empty, so it gives you a lot of creative space to just do as you wish with the rooms if you'd like to decorate it. I know that might seem a bit overboard, overkill. Oh, hold on. I just realized our knight's helmet has fallen over. Hold on. I will return with more video content. Okay, there. I have very much fixed our suit of armor. But this is our blacksmith area. Can you move, Trebuchet? Thank you. But I'm going to spin the water wheel again and show you what exactly was being worked on. Yes. It's just a simple mechanism that causes the blacksmith hammer to work. It's beautiful, truly. And then we got a little forge right there. It's a nice set. It's nice. It has a lot of details that are somewhat historically accurate, because I mean, for a lot of reasons, LEGO medieval era stuff is not historically accurate, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But I do want to talk about these chests. So this is the chest that you get in the set. Come on. And it's got some gems, some gold bars, yada yada. But then this is the chest that I put together as extra because, well, you know, the castle needs more than one chest. And we got one gold bar, one gold chalice, and a couple of gems. So it looks like they got some double cash, you know. They got Moda Moolah. Then we got our mouse and our cheese wedge, which is actually a cheese wedge this time. How beautiful and wonderful is that? You know, it's just wonderful when LEGO does what they're supposed to. I know that sounds like a mean thing to say, but it's a beautiful little cheese wedge. And I'm glad that this mouse, I almost said mice as if it was multiple, gets to eat it. Num num num, on the stairs. I already talked about the trebuchet, so let's get this sucker out of the way. But you also get a basket that comes with some shots in it. Now, let's talk about the interior of this tower. Again, you don't really get much. You get an arrow slit, and then you get this other dungeon where our Skelly Boy has hence died a while ago. And I don't think it's very sanitary for a dead man to be so close to the food that is served in the castle. But you get a red and green apple, some berries on a stem, and a loaf of bread for food. All the essentials for the medieval times, fruit and bread. But only the rich could afford fruit. How sad is that? The truth, but sad. And we also have the chickens for food. So I guess we got a fair amount of food in here, you know, in case of siege. But I think they should probably deal with this wyvern first. Hopefully they deal with it, because, you know, this is really scary for the villager folk. Or maybe they're going to load the trebuchet and tell you to screw off, bugger off, bud. I'm just kidding. It's actually a really cool dragon. And I think my favorite part about the wyvern is... Also, I'm sorry that I'm doing it interchangeably. I'm still trying, guys. Also, I did switch out the sword, because this long sword looks a lot better than the other long sword. But what I love about the wyvern is... Okay, just Just gotta get you in a sit position. Oh no, I gave away a spoiler. Is that... Ah! Shit! You stay right there. You stay right there and think about what you did. Yeah, someone can write it. And then they can become dragon tamers. So, yeah, that's how this story ends. Night on a dragon. Heck yeah. Well, be sure to like and subscribe, or I will find you. And I will wear my silly knight's outfit, and I will beat you. I'm just kidding. I won't beat you, but just please like and subscribe. I could really use the support, and I feel like this is a good way for me to go. We'll